Hi, boys and girls. Miss Debbie here with some fun stories for the season. And what is this season? Well, it's autumn and it's Halloween. So let's have at it. Fall Parade. Words by Camelia K. and art by Allyn Howard. Look at this beautiful art. If you borrow this book, you'll get to see. And just take a long time looking at the pictures. Look at this big mushroom. Oh, I love this. Ooh, more pictures. Do you know what kind of animal that is? It's a fox. A fox. Published by Abrams, The Art of Books. Donated to us by the author. I love it. Fall Parade. Here comes fall. The parade is about to start. Don't you just love walking around in the fall and, kicking your feet through the crunchy leaves? Here comes the first sunflower. Here comes the hedgehog. It's a little baby hedgehog. Do we have hedgehogs here in New Jersey? I don't know. Here come spiders, badgers, and barn owls. Spider, badgers with the striped face, and barn owls in the tree and sky. Here come shiny red apples and purple corn. Do you like apples? Nice fresh apples. I like applesauce. Apple pie. Yellow squash and plump orange pumpkins. We had read a book called Plumply Dumply about a plump orange pumpkin. Here come pine cones and acorns tapping out a beat. Acorns are falling off of my oak tree. Oh boy, do they make a racket. Plunk, plunk, crack on the top of the garage roof and my car. Here come a family of russet squirrels gathering the acorns to eat. If you have squirrels in your yard and acorns, you will probably find the squirrels burying their acorns. I love to watch them do that. Their little feet are going like this. And sometimes they forget where they dig them and a little acorn tree grows. Here comes skies in a deeper blue and a low harvest moon. Here comes the first golden leaf dancing as it falls. And another and another. If you just sit outside under a maple tree, you can see they just twirl down. Soft piles of fallen leaves, great for jumping in. Autumn fun for everyone. We'll have fun in the good weather of autumn before we get cold winter. Hooray, fall is here. Because it's not too hot, and the smells are good, all those leaves and everything. So this is a great book, Fall Parade. Click, Clack, Boo by Doreen, Cronin, and Betsy, Lewin. Click, Clack, Boo. This is a fun story. There's a whole series of Click, Clack books. It all started with Click, Clack, Moo, cows that type. Published by Athenaeum Books for young readers. There's that full harvest moon up in the sky. You can see the hay roll. No, those are pumpkins. And the corn stalks. The harvest is in. Farmer Brown does not like Halloween. Witches give him the nightmares. Pirates give him shivers. Jack-o'-lanterns flicker spooky shadows on the wall. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of skeletons. Farmer Brown leaves a bowl of candy on the porch. He puts up a do not disturb sign. He draws the shades and locks the door. But in the barn, the Halloween party has just begun. Look at the cow dressed as a skeleton. There's a bucket of water with apples bobbing. That is an old-fashioned game where you put your hands behind your back or you use your hands to hold on to the tub. And you try to grab the apple with your mouth. I did that once. I think I was 5 years old. It's very difficult. There is a crunch, crunch, crunching as the mice scurry across the field. They're all dressed like little princesses. There is a creak, creak, creaking as the sheep slowly push open the barn door. They're dressed as witches. There is a tap, tap, tapping, and the cows go to the window to let the cats in. Farmer Brown does not like the sounds of Halloween night. He checks the lock on the door. He peeks through the window. There is a dark creature standing beneath the trees. Farmer Brown runs to his room, pulls on his pajamas, and climbs under the covers. He hears the crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the house. Can you tell who it is? There is a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch. Then a tap, tap, tapping on the front door. Farmer Brown pulls up his covers tight. He hears a quack, quack, quackle in the crisp night air. Quackle? Quackle? Farmer Brown jumps out of bed. The porch is empty. The candy bowl is gone. There is a new note on Farmer Brown's door. Halloween party at the barn. Farmer Brown runs to the barn. There is a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch. Well, he's got his pajamas on. And a crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the barn. There is a tap, tap, tapping on the window. That's him. He's tapping. Ah, the pig's eating from the candy. Let's see. And Duck, who was dressed as Dracula, who put the note on Farmer Brown's door and stole the candy, is awarding the prize for best costume. And who gets the prize? Farmer Brown. Happy Halloween. I love this book. I really do. And thank you for loving it too. Witches on a broomstick, flying very fast. Hoo, hoo, Halloween at last. What's in the Witch's Kitchen? By Nick Sharratt. Published by my favorite Candlewick Press. What's in the Witch's Kitchen? Ooh, kitty cat looking out the door. What's in the fridge in the Witch's Kitchen? What will you see? Will it give you a fright? Oh, bats with fleas? Or tasty cheese? I'll take the tasty cheese, please. What's in the bowl in the witch's kitchen? Will you want to shout yuck or will you cheer with delight? Ew! Slimy frog spawn. Slimy frog eggs. Ugh. Or toffee popcorn in that bowl. Yum, yum, yum. What's in the teapot in the witch's kitchen? Isn't this a pretty teapot? Colored orange with black or green salamanders. It might not be dreadful. Let's see, what's in the teapot? Ew, 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 ew. Nasty goblins pee, ew, just ew. Ooh. Oh no, it's strawberry tea. That's better. That was terrible. What's in the tin in the witch's kitchen? Will you shudder with horror or grin like a clown? Let's see. Is it spiders and snakes in the tin? Or biscuits and cakes? Biscuits and cakes, please. What's in the toaster in the witch's kitchen? Something burning. Will it make your mouth water or turn your hair white? Let's see. Well, is it grumpy burnt ghost or some crunchy hot toast? Yum, I love toast. What's in the cabinet in the witch's, whoops. What's in the cabinet in the witch's kitchen? Perhaps you'll be smiling or maybe you'll frown. Something very, very bony? Or baked bean soup and macaroni? Yum. What is in the jar in the witch's kitchen? Will it be a nice surprise or will you lose your appetite? Ooh. Rabbit plops? Anybody have a rabbit? They make little plops all over. Or lollipops. I'll take the lollipops. What strange goings on in the witch's kitchen? If your frazzled nerves can't take any more, make your escape through the witch's back door. Boo! The witch herself. The end. Happy Halloween, my friends, and happy fall. Bye.